In a primetime news follow-up, the management of Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James is refuting claims brought in a primetime news story last evening about deplorable conditions under which patients are treated at the public health facility. On Wednesday, a patient's relative contacted TVJ News complaining that an elderly woman spent days in a wheelchair while waiting on a bed. The person also said body fluids from patients were on the floors, but the hospital's CEO says that's just not true.
The daughter-in-law of the 86-year-old patient cried while describing the experience her family had getting treatment for her loved one at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James. Among the issues, she claimed blood and urine were on the floors with other patients and visitors walking through them. But Chief Executive Officer of the hospital, Alwyn Miller, says the complaints are not accurate.
I would refute that because most of the areas that we are in are new areas. And we have in place support staff to ensure that the areas are clean. Yes, it is a hospital. On occasion, in taking care of a patient or based on the circumstances of the patient, you may have that. But it would not be a matter that would not be addressed, I would say, immediately.
The relative told TVJ News that her mother-in-law sat in a wheelchair for 2 days before finally getting a bed. For that complaint, Mr. Miller admitted that the hospital still has a bed shortage, even though work is being done to alleviate the problem.
We have been establishing additional wards and support for inpatients, and we continue to do that in the new year. So we are expecting that there will be improvement within the next 2 months, I would say, towards the end of the financial year.
The relative gave her story but insisted that her identity should not be revealed. She said she feared hospital staff would punish her relative. This, as she said, the staff was rude and disrespectful. We asked the CEO about that as well.
If it is a matter of staff being disrespectful and rude to the patient, it is not a position of the Ministry of Health or Cornwall Regional to accept this. And therefore, we have to treat with this on a case-by-case basis. You know how it is, a complaint is made against somebody. You have to investigate, find these persons, hear their side of the story, and try and determine if we have any witnesses as well that can help us to substantiate whichever way.
Mr. Miller noted, however, that the complaints are being treated seriously. He said a full investigation has been launched to remedy any such issues identified. Herman Green, TVJ News.